listen to that reception, Brett.
Loving it. Alan Pond again is referee for this one. And Matt the Jedi Floyd is going to use the force and try and put Kolar out early. That's what he said.
Yeah.
But he's hungry.
Yep, and he's donating his purse to charity that's a prevention of suicide, mental health. So
they touch gloves and here we go. And again, as you said, Kolar missed weight by a fair bit, but again, credit for Melly Ford. Nothing was going to hold him back from taking this fight.
Yeah, I'd really like to see Matt on his first pro fight just establish a jab early and try to find his distance, because you can see here with the cruiserweights, they're already tied up a few times. And that's what Kolar's probably going to try to do with an inexperienced fighter, is use his experience to smother those punches.
Was over and right there by Kolar. Matt Floyd took it well.
Yeah, you can see Matt's definitely an aggressive fighter.
Looking for that opening there. He's got his opponents going. He's using the lefts.
Yeah, I think he's hurt him a little bit here. And as you said, he's got the big daddy Lucas Brown in his corner, who's going to be pumped for his fight when he puts Paul Gallen to sleep.
Going to have a chat to him afterwards and find out what the latest is with that, because we know that it's going to be on April 21 and it's going to be over in Sydney, in Wollongong in Sydney. And I know he's flying over to Sydney on Monday to get everything done. I think he signed the contract actually today.
That'll be an interesting chat to listen to. In this fight, you can see that Ivan looks like he's a little bit gassed already, but he has got that overhand right that he's landed a few times when Matt comes in without establishing a jab early. Yeah.
Kolar's still dangerous, you can tell. He got that overhand right. If it lands, he could have the Jedi in trouble.
Yeah. I'd like to see Matt just take half a step back to let these punches go. Just like there, he gets a lot more power with that punch as opposed to smothering himself.
This one scheduled 4 3-minute rounds. He's got an opening there, and he might have Kolar hurt again, is Matt Floyd.
Yeah, you can see that obviously with the heavy guys, the cruiserweight division here, Kolar's not throwing accumulation of punches, and you can see Matt's taking some big deep breaths. It's his first fight, it's his first round. So we all know what that's like, anyone at the top in the ring.
We saw it there weighing at Big Rig's gym yesterday. Again, he was cutting weight up to last moment, Kolar, and then that's all he can get down to, just play a couple of kilos.
Yeah. I think there was a few calls for him to move up, because I think his underwear's a bit heavy.
It wasn't 2 kilos heavy.
I think you're right there, Brett.
Yeah. Oh, nice overhand right there by Kolar. Again, that's his dangerous weapon.
Yeah, and he sets it up just off a couple of jabs, just a couple of flick jabs, and then he lets that right hand go.
Almost had the skates on then, but and then Matt Floyd takes advantage of that and gets his opponent against the rope and starts throwing the punches in. It's a volume there that's doing the job so far for Floyd.
Yeah, Matt's an aggressive fighter. And he's just finished the round, as you said, with a bit of a flurry. It's probably going to push that round in his favour. Just by, as you said, accumulation of punches. He was definitely the aggressor. And he looks like he's taking some nice big deep breaths in the corner. But he's had his first round and his first fight out of the way.
Both guys look pretty tired.
Yeah, the cruiserweight division can sometimes have that.
Take it a bit out of you.
And again, Ivan's come over here with his wife. They've come over from Adelaide, they've made the sacrifice. So again, it's credit to Ivan for coming over and taking the fight when, with the way of the world at the moment, he could have easily sat at home, waited for another opportunity, later date.
Here we go, round 2.
Again, it's just really important, as we saw with the pocket rocket before, to start the jab with some movement and then get behind that jab first so you can really establish that range, and then the punches that you throw.
Oh, nice punch there by Kolar.
Yeah, buckled the knee a little bit there, but Matt, he seems like he's shaking it off.
And as you said, these cruiserweights can still be dangerous as much as the heavyweights. Got big power behind them. And again, Kolar is experienced.
Absolutely, and that's the thing. Oh, he's just thrown a nice left hook. the thing about Kolar, people that might remember, he made his pro debut in 2007.
Yeah, and he won that tape year as well.
Absolutely, and he had a 6-year break, but he wasn't doing nothing for 6 years.
He's still training.
You don't lose what you've got, and there's some good jabs by him, some nice flicking jabs.
You might want to take advantage because we spoke about in an earlier fight, cardio is the key in this game. You know, you can have a dominant 2 rounds. If you go run out of gas, the opening is up for your opponent. We've seen it many times before in this sport.
Absolutely, and especially for the viewers at home, on your pro debut, you use so much nervous energy in the change room before the fights, and then you come out and it's just the lights are here, the crowd's here, the atmosphere. And in saying that, Matt's just really pushing Kolar backwards.
Oh, nice punch. Another nice punch there by Kolar.
I think
a few good punches this round.
Yeah, he's landing the cleaner of the shots. He's just not landing enough of them.
I know, the volume is there for Matt Floyd, and the power, colour power shots there for Kolar. But again, as you said, Paul, not enough of them. Yeah. Using that left again, landing on the right side of Kolar's temple.
Yeah, you can see he's a little bit marked up on that left side.
He's not hurt at all.
No, he looks like he's fine. He just, as you said, the gas might not be there. But you can see he's got good footwork, Kolar. He's got skill.
Yeah, proudly displaying both flags on his trunks.
Absolutely.
For Croatia and Australia.
Yep.
Lots of guys have had a bit of a slip in the first 2 rounds.
Yeah, it looks like, Kolar looks like he's got a bit of tape on the boots. So he might have worn those in his pro debut, mate. Oh,
nice punch there by Kolar. Another good one. We've said that a few times, and again, it says referee goes to separate them. Jedi Floyd lands a nice left. Yeah, not sure whether the judges will count it, they might.
Yeah. You can see that.
Check yourself at all times.
Yeah, and in credit to Matt, in his pro debut, he's taken some good shots.
Yeah.
And he seems to be unfazed by those shots as well. I think the thing with Matt is that, you know, he, being such an aggressive fighter, he can go in a little bit with his head first. And that's where Kolar's catching him with that overhand right as he's coming in.
Oh. He's had a few moments here this round, Kolar. That again, it's what the judges see is a bit of power taking up versus the volume.
Yeah, absolutely. Kolar actually looked surprisingly, as you said, he looked like he was starting to tire, but he looks like he's got his second wind underneath him. And he did land the cleaner of the shot. It's just one of the fights where the referee's going to pay the 2 or 3 clean shots that landed in the round, or are they going to score the relentless pressure, the come forward fighting, the aggressive nature of Matthew Floyd?
I think Floyd just needs to settle now because obviously he's in these, in the next round, see how he basically handles the situation because, again, they're both looking pretty tired.
Yeah, well, we're halfway through the fight. Yeah, 2 rounds down. And as you said before, Brett, the fitness plays a big part of it, and it can really open the gate to a stoppage victory or 2 dominant rounds, and that changes the fight, doesn't it?
With a version of a premiership quarter, so yeah. 3rd round coming up.
Well, there's no shortage of help there in Matt's corner. See, Matt's just being a little bit too aggressive without establishing his distance and jab. And there was a good jab.
It was.
But he's sort of letting that right hand go without getting himself into range where he can hit it. And Kolar doing well is missing that right hand.
The story of the fight so far, it's a very similar pattern in each round. You've got the volume there as Kolar throws another good punch and lands against some of the power shots. It's going to be interesting to see how the judges score, especially round 2. I thought round 1 was the volume, definitely. But Kolar's worked himself back into the fight.
I think you're absolutely right, Brett. I think the first round would have gone to Matt quite comfortably. And then the second round, that's one of those, let's leave that one to the ref and the judges. And it is going to be who can control themselves. Matt, in his first fight, can he control the nerves and not let them get the best of him for the last 2 rounds? Absolutely. Or is the experience of Ivan Kolar going to get him the next 2 rounds? And I think you're right, Brett, in saying I think this round's started exactly the same as we finished in the second.
Oh, there, Kolar. Kolar landed a couple of nice 1-2 combination then. You were saying, Paul.
Yeah, well, you can see it's definitely he's definitely landing the cleaner shots. He's almost smothering his own work by being in there. I'd again like to just see him take it half a step back. We're getting warnings from the ref, I think. Not sure why.
Might have seen a low blow in there, but Alan Pond is very thorough, as we've seen before in the past.
Yep.
Experienced referee.
Look, it is a tough job to be a referee, but
absolutely.
Well, there was a nice uppercut from Matty Floyd.
Exactly. That's exactly what he needed. Yeah. I think, again, he's not moving as much as he was in the first round. He needs to get that footwork going again.
Yeah, you can see. But look, first fight, it's hard to criticise anyone that's having their first fight. And Matt's, it's been a long...
It's where the corner comes so important. Listen to your corner.
Absolutely, yep.
Oh,
I think we might be taking a point off here. Because Alan Pond's right up there. It's always hard when you've got one of the shortest refs with the cruiserweights.
It's a bit of a warning. Wasn't a point.
Yeah, well, I think it's not going to happen again if Matt hits after the break. Oh, I think you're right about these boots, though.
Yeah, I've noticed that they're slipping a bit.
Yeah.
But these two fights, I haven't seen it too much in the first.
I'm not sure whether Ivan is hurt or whether he's just he's using his weight very well. His experience, isn't he? He's really putting the weight on Matt, which just drains the energy. He had his head down.
Oh, nice punch there by Floyd. Hey, the referee didn't call him the break. He could have punched in, and
absolutely.
It's sort of like he was expected.
There's a nice jab. Yep. And that's what you want to see more of. Because you can see when Matt lands that jab, the right hands and his other punches, they seem to be landing straight after it. I think that the fatigue might have your fatigue, Brett. Ivan definitely looks like he wants the round to end.
And it comes to an end for him. So, again, a very interesting round, that one. So, again, warning coming in the way of Floyd. It looks very tired. So does Kolar. But, hey, it's up in the air. You never know how the judge is going to score this one. I think it's a case of volume versus power. We'll see what the judges like the most. And, again, it could be someone could get stopped in round number 4. You never know.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm going to lean that round to Matty Floyd, the Jedi. I think
I'm the same.
I think he did enough because he landed some really good clean shots as well.
But there was a moment in that round, a couple of 1-2 punches from Kolar that were very impressive, the best moments of the round for him. But again, it's the volume in the other moments that might have took over for Matt the Jedi Floyd. Yeah. Big shout out to Kareem Gerges from the UFC gym in Balcatta. He's here, part of the boxing commission tonight, doing a great job. Fourth and final round. Brett Bonetti here ringside with Paul Morrison. We are loving this action. And we've been starved of the action because first time we've been here at Metro City for Thunderdome since March 2020. Magnificent to be back.
Absolutely, and you can see this round here, Brett. This is just going to be, as Muhammad Ali said, the will versus the skill. It's the last round of Matty Floyd's pro debut. Oh, and Ivan is desperate for a win. He obviously hasn't won since his debut fight, so it's going to see who wants it more. That's who's going to win this fight.
Yeah, tale of two stories here.
You can see it started the same. Matt's definitely the aggressor. He's coming forward, but he's smothering his own work when he gets in on the inside here. When he takes half a step back, you can see he's landing those shots.
Nice work there by Floyd. Landing a couple of nice punches to the body and to the head on Kolar. And again, see how much gas Kolar has left in the tank.
Yeah, I think he's surprising because look at that, he just lands a nice left hook.
Finishing off well so far in the final round.
But he's just throwing the one shot. And
we said earlier in the fight that the right hand was the weapon for Kolar, but he's starting to use his left hand pretty well.
Yeah, you can see that Matt is desperate for this win. He's got a huge crowd here today.
Another nice left by Floyd.
Yep. And he's relentless. He wants to win this fight. But, as I said, with his pro debut, he's going to learn a lot from this. First time fighting under the bright lights, first time fighting in front of the huge crowd here.
He's trying to work that uppercut. Floyd, body, over the top of the head.
And if he took half a step back when he threw that, I think that's where his power is going to land. But Kolar's doing well.
Oh, nice punch there by Floyd. I think, yeah, you're right, though. I think that Floyd is taking over.
Yeah.
The longer this fight goes on.
I think, again, it's one of those accumulation of punches.
And that's 4 rounds. They're like a sprint in the boxing world, aren't they?
Absolutely. And you can see that Matt's throwing more than one punch at a time, whereas Kolar's trying to just catch him on the way in with that one shot. And so far, he hasn't landed that big shot that's caused Matt some trouble.
Not long left in the fourth and final round.
And you can see Kolar's using his experience here by putting the weight on Matt to just really drain him. But again, he just throws the one left hook after the break, or when he's broken. I'd like to see him just throwing more punches.
Been a grueling fight, this one. A real grueling fight.
Yeah, these boys will sleep well tonight. And
both riders wanting to finish up the fight strong.
Absolutely. And Kolar's going to have it's going to be a long trip back to South Australia. He's going to be sore and sorry.
That's it. Really good, grueling fight. Strategy, volume versus power in a couple of them, but I think that Matt Floyd has done enough to get the victory. But hey, you never know what the judges see from different angles.
Absolutely, and I think you're right, Brett. I think I think Kolar was a great opponent for his first fight, and Matty Floyd's done well. He was aggressive. He's going to enjoy, hopefully, what we think is going to be his first win.
Well, I'm going to go up to the ring and find out.
From fighters to the center of the ring. All right, ladies and gentlemen, round 4 of the evening here at Thunderdome, 34, 4 rounds in the cruiserweight division. Before we get to the decision, let's hear another big round of applause for both of these fighters. And now we turn to the judges for their decision. Judge number 1 scored the bout 37-39. Judge 2 scored the bout 37-39. Judge 3 scored the bout 36-40. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner by unanimous points decision, the blue corner, Matty Floyd.
Congratulations on your win on debut. You got off to a really good start. It seemed like it was a case of volume over power. You landed probably one of the judges gave you all 4 rounds. Obviously they were split on a couple. I think that they might have given rounds 2 and 3 or 3 to Kolar. How did you feel being in there?
It's more emotional than anything. It took me, I don't know what it is to get here. So I was supposed to get sued. Oh, it doesn't matter. I didn't get sued in a few days. There's heaps of issues, but nothing would stop me. Everyone was trying to stop me from this fight, and I wasn't going to let anything.
I heard an interesting story about you as well. Tell the fans here what you're going to do with your fight purse.
I'll give it to, I told all the people to vote for a charity. I can't remember. Which one is it? That one. So, that's all going to that.
So, you're donating all the purse to a charity. Well done. And all the tickets as well. So, look, you're very tired. Congratulations on your victory. We're going to have a chat to your trainer, Lucas Brown, in a moment. But again, enjoy this. Look forward to seeing you back in the ring. But again, you came in really good shape. Your opponent did miss weight. So, congratulations for taking the fight. Really grueling for us. Really good.
Him because I couldn't get any fight. I was ringing up every day, making sure he was coming. So, thank you. I don't want to name people because I miss people and all that, but everyone knows that I am very thankful to a lot of people that supported me, not just now, but from 10 years onwards.
Rest up, your winner, Matt the Jedi Floyd. have a chat to the former WBA heavyweight champion of the world, Lucas Danny Brown. He has took care of his fight again out of the ring. Here we go. Lucas Big Danny Brown.